What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Grind City Hoops. This is your host, Donovan McLemore, and today we got a very special guest on the podcast. Just go ahead and introduce yourself to the people.
My name is Alfred Worrell Jr. From Washington, D.C., and I attend Southern Mississippi University.
Man, no doubt. So everybody has a origin story of how they started playing basketball or sports in general. So like growing up, how'd you get into the game or who introduced you to it?
Um, my older brother, rest in peace to my brother. He kind of basically kind of paved the way for me. We used to play outside when I was younger, around like 6, 7 years old, and I kind of just start playing like that, just playing outside, and it was I just kind of started from a young. Like it wasn't really I didn't really play with no AAU teams or stuff like that when I was younger, but I kind of started around like the 6, 7 year old age.
Okay, most definitely. So when you were younger, per se, when did you say you started playing competitively? Or actually, better question, like when did you start taking basketball more seriously, would you say?
So originally I was a football player,
Okay.
all throughout, elementary to middle school, especially in middle school, I was one of the top receivers, in the country in eighth grade,
Mhm.
so I was supposed to go to DeMatha High School, but unfortunately, things didn't work out in my favor and stuff. So I ended up attending Blair High School, that was kind of like down the street from my house. And um, I didn't play football that year, and I kind of just that whole entire summer, my eighth grade going to ninth grade.
Mhm.
Shout out to my trainer, one of my trainers, Rick. He s- spent a lot of time with me working on my game and really just helped me, develop into a complete basketball player and, changing my mindset and a lot of other things and stuff. So I went into Blair. I really started taking basketball serious like my eighth, like basically my ninth grade year, my freshman year in high school. So
Wow. Did you
yeah,
so two questions to that. One, why'd you stop playing football? Because I play football as well and basketball. So what made you want to choose basketball or football?
it was just I just lost the love of the game. I was a naturally good football player. Till this day, I feel like I can still step on the field and probably do some, but I just think basketball was just something that I just wanted to do,
Right.
and a lot of people doubted me growing up, playing basketball, and I just felt like it was more it was more of a challenge to me, you
Right.
know. Um Basketball was something I have to work extremely hard, to get to this place. And it wasn't easy at all, So I would probably say that was like a reason why.
Most definitely. Now, since you started getting into competitive basketball around ninth grade, did you feel like when you got into competitive basketball that you were a little bit behind? Because usually people get competitive with sports like that early on. Did you feel like there was like a gap?
Not really. I got the age of 14, 15. I thought I was pretty solid. I was around like 6 feet, 6'1". Still like raw though. I was
Yeah.
still raw talent, still trying to figure out like what I'm trying to play and what position and stuff like that. Because growing up in basketball, I played, when I played, I mean, you had to be one of those guys that played the
Right.
point guards and shooter guards. So I just played on the box, just rebound and put back
Mm.
layups and stuff. So once I got into high school and I realized like, okay, guys are starting to get taller, and um, I had to figure out like something that's going to help me. So I would probably say like I don't really think it was really that much of a difference, because I really worked extremely hard, So every single day I was working, 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 working. And my freshman year in high school really developed me at Blair because I played varsity. So
Right.
I was able to get a lot of reps and I was playing as well, So um, I don't really think I was behind for se, but it was definitely a little challenging. I wasn't up there with the top guys for sure, but it was still a lot of work to be done for
Man,
sure.
most definitely, most definitely. And I'm glad you touched on just working hard. How much is obviously you spoke on your work ethic? How much has that just gone into your game now and helped you grow?
I mean, it helped me develop to who I am today. I mean, without working hard or my work ethic, I wouldn't be putting on a Division I jersey right now. So a lot of people that know me growing up, I wasn't. the most athletic, the fastest, the tallest, But one thing anybody could ever vouch or say about me is that I work extremely hard,
Mhm.
on and off the floor. And, I think that just carried me a long way until where I'm at right now. And, just putting up those extra reps and stuff like that. It was just, I think it was something that I enjoyed. I never got bored at it. And I really loved the grind. In high school, I was waking up before everybody. My high school teammates, they knew I was waking up every morning, going to the gym around 5:30 before class,
Man,
shooting on this gun. And I'm 15 years old, doing this by myself. Like nobody's waking me up. And so I would probably say like it definitely took me a long way for sure.
man, most definitely. Again, that's big ups to you because a lot of people at your that age and even now just don't have that kind of discipline to be able to do that every day. But
For sure.
getting into that a little bit, how do you stay locked in? And when there's all this distraction going around, you in high school, even college now, and it's a whole bunch of other stuff you can get into, but you still stay disciplined enough to work on your craft day by day. How do you stay locked in?
First, you gotta really have a relationship with God. First of all, your relationship with God has to be up there for that's the first thing. But I would probably say is about if you really want it. I didn't really find the parties and the other things that it wasn't really entertaining for me. The thing that was entertaining for me was being able to see the results, what goes on that comes with basketball. Like, I was always taught when you work hard, great things always come, to you. So
Definitely.
I realized, over the years I was working extremely hard and it wasn't the leaps that I wanted, but I understood that I was taking a level up every single year in my journey, from my freshman to sophomore and having an extremely, great junior year in high school. So being locked in, I would probably say is just you got to be able to cut off all the distractions and understand what you really want. I knew what I wanted. I knew that I wanted to make it for this basketball stuff. So it wasn't really hard for me to lock in and really just focus on what I want. Like obviously in high school, it's the girls and all
Yeah.
the stuff, the fame and what everybody wants to have that. But once you understand that it's bigger than that. Like you realize, like, and people tell you the same people in high school not gonna like. It's really true. Like it's people that people in high school that the big people and whatever, and like they're not really doing what they said they was gonna do and stuff like that just because they didn't put that extra work in. So I'll probably say me just putting that extra focus and giving up going to parties and um, doing all the other stuff really helped me get to where got to right now for sure.
Man, most definitely. So I'm glad you touched on high school a little bit. So just in high school, you had a lot going on, transferring for your senior year, but also you had COVID to deal with. Just take us through a little bit of your high school journey. You can start at your junior year and just when did COVID happen? Going into your senior year?
Yeah. So my junior year was a really rough year for me. I lost my brother that year. Rest in peace to my brother D'Lo. That's everything I live by is from my brother D'Lo. So my junior year was a real personal year for me. I had it was just one of those, when somebody just really just locked in and
Yeah,
it was just nothing got in the way with anything that I was trying to get going on. So my junior year, I was so focused and locked in
right.
and worked extremely hard. Like I didn't really care about anything else. I just wanted to do whatever I had to do just to make my brother proud. So my junior year, I had a fantastic junior year. Being one of the top areas, one of the top guys leading the area in scoring, averaging like 28 points per game. Breaking my school record. Have over 1,000 points,
Mhm.
and just being able to like really do things that people didn't really think I can do. In just 1 year. 1 year kind of changed my life. So it really gave me that confidence to really go to that next level. And then after having a real great junior year, I kind of realized that, I kind of want to do something with this basketball stuff and I
Right.
have a chance. So I talked to a couple of the people that I know and, people probably know from the area, Steve Francis.
Yep.
like a mentor of mine, and we kind of talked about some schools that because he actually played at Blair. So
Oh, snap.
yeah, he played at Blair. So we was talking about some schools that I could kind of go to for my senior year to help my recruitment, so I can get to that Division 1 level. And I end up choosing Curl, and that's when COVID outbreak happened, and I didn't really have a senior year. It was cut short. So
Man,
yeah.
so once your senior year got cut short, where was your recruitment at that point? Once it got cut short.
So so I was talking to like a couple Division 2 schools, no Division 1s at all for sure. A couple Division 2s. I didn't want to go JUCO at all. Like JUCO was not a plan for me. I never wanted to go at all. So I talked to a couple Division 2 schools, but I kind of was like, I didn't really want to go Division 2. So I ended up going prep school to
Okay.
Springfield Commonwealth. It was a prep school in Massachusetts, and it was like a late. It was a late. It happened late because I was originally supposed to go to Putnam Science, but then some things happened. So unfortunately, I didn't. I wasn't able to go. So I ended up going to Springfield Commonwealth. And when I got there, I was out there in Massachusetts by myself. This is the first time I'm away from home or
Yeah.
anything. And it was a little rough for me at first because you from a, you from around your way, and it's just
Yeah.
different. You staying on a campus with random people that you really don't know, but I was able to build relationships.
Right.
Thank God. I was thankful and the opportunity that I was placed to be out there. But I had a good prep school career. I think I ended up averaging like probably like 20 something a game. I had some big games. My first game I had 46.
Nice.
We played Brewster. I had 37, hit a game winner. But it was a kind of a situation. They actually put me on the B team.
Really?
Yeah, so when I got there, I was supposed to play on the A team. They told me all this stuff or whatever, but I ended up playing on the B team. And we played against a couple A teams and stuff like that. And that's when I played those and had those real great games. But the whole year I played on the B team, and my biggest thing, I was just trying to show that I could play on the A team, but I never was able to get the chance. So I my whole prep school year I played on the B team. So yeah.
Man, so just a side question, just a lot of adversity, but a lot of players and stuff like that hit adversity. But the difference is, some of them, most of them, they just usually just quit or just give up. How
Yeah.
did you just you hit a wall, you just keep going, hit a wall, keep going.
I mean, I would basically just say, God, I give all the glory to God. A scripture that I've been reading is, John 13:7 is you may not know now, but you will know later. So
Mm,
I kind of just live by that now and understanding that I didn't understand what God was putting me through
right.
then, but understanding now is, he was putting me through something that was bigger than what was going on at the moment,
Yeah.
so and plus, like just having this go-getter mindset, knowing that I just had so much confidence in myself. Like I knew, coming out of high school, I think I knew I was a Division 1 player.
Mhm,
But at the time, God just said, it wasn't my time yet.
mhm,
So I had to go through a bunch of adversities, and you know, just having losing my brother just the year before that,
right.
it was just hard for me not to go harder, or just to quit. It just wasn't in me. So
Most definitely. So after prep school, did you go straight to Southern Miss or were you somewhere else beforehand?
no, so after prep school, my recruitment was up and down. I was starting to get a couple Division 1 schools. I took an unofficial to LaSalle and Morgan State. And LaSalle ended up giving a last minute scholarship to somebody else, and Morgan State really wasn't messing with me. So Coach Brandon Howell, he told me if you want to go Division 1, the best thing is to go to junior college. So I ended up going to Pierce Junior College that's in Texas.
Mhm.
And it was a I would probably say it was a learning year for me. And a humbling year for sure. Just being able to go there like with a mindset, knowing what I wanted to get out of it, and it didn't end up what I wanted it to be. The coach kind of, favored a lot of other guys, and which was fine. We had a lot of great players on the team,
Mhm.
and it was just a lot of stuff that went on out there. I was able to, play like 3 games. At one time I was leading NJC in junior college in 3 points made. I hit like eight 3 pointers one game. My second game I had seven. In the third game I had seven. And I just stopped playing. Kind of just my playing time just started going down and start playing the older guys. So it was an inconsistent year for me. I really wasn't able to, get where I wanted to get to. So my first year during college.
Most definitely. Most definitely. So after junior college, where'd you head off to after there?
So after my year at Paris, it was crazy. So I ended up getting two Division II scholarships from UDC and Franklin. No, not Franklin. It's the school. I forgot the name of the school. Franklin Pierce, something like that. I
Okay.
can't remember the school name, but I had two Division II scholarships, so I wanted to visit both of them. And I kind of was like, I was like, man, I knew I was a Division I player. I didn't really get my chance,
Right.
so I kind of was just waiting around. And the school in Massachusetts, I guess the coach he ended up resigning, so that was out. And UDC they didn't want to take me no more because I had to wait for summer school to get my grades and my transcripts, because I was waiting for my transcripts for junior college.
Oh
So
yeah.
they offered me and they kind of just like passed up on me. So I was trying to go to Morgan State. So the whole summer I was working out with them and I was there the whole entire summer. And, the coach kind of just said, hey, we're not going to really give you a scholarship, but you go walk on. And, just me just understanding like my journey and realizing that it wasn't for me.
Right.
And I had a Coach Brandon Howell, and another mentor, like a big brother to me, Foday. He was telling me I should go junior college again and really be able to just boost up my recruitment. And I really didn't want to do it. I really didn't want to.
I
And
feel
he
you.
told like after my junior college year, I was like, I'm not trying to do this JUCO stuff again. Like 2 years of junior college. So I end up God bless me. John A. Logan, one of the top junior colleges in the nation, had a former NBA draft pick, Jay Scrub,
Hmm.
had three player of the years in the last 5 years. So it was a real great junior college. They end up offering me late. They needed a guy for me to come in, and the best thing that ever happened to me, I end up going to John A. Logan College, and my stock and my life kind of just changed from there. So
Man, that's awesome. That's awesome. So after that, so during that season, after that season, what schools were looking at you outside of Southern Miss?
so at John A. Logan, I had offers from Arizona State, Garner Webb, Coastal Carolina, Southern, UTSA. Uh, man, I mean, I probably had like three or four more other schools. I can't remember from the top of my head right now, but I probably had about almost close to like 10 Division I offers coming out of junior college. I was ranked number 33 in the nation out of all the junior college players in the nation.
Wow.
So, I had a real good year. John A. Logan, unfortunately, we kind of came up short in the playoffs. But Johnny Logan was definitely a spot that I'm really thankful and blessed that I went. Really opened up a lot of doors for me and was able to put me in a position that I really wanted to get into. Coaches and the development there and everything that was there was just, it was a good spot for sure.
Man, that's awesome. Just the whole journey was just like, man, talking about ups and downs and hitting walls and still kept going.
Yep, for sure.
Man, that's awesome. So, just wrapping it up now you're at Southern Miss, what are some goals you have short term and long term for your time there?
Uh, just being able to just do what God got. calling for me here. I just put everything in his hands. I really don't. I do have some little personal goals. Definitely being able to go to the March Madness, to go to the tournament,
Mhm.
and just be a big part of my team. Whatever I got to do, whether I gotta play defense or whether I gotta be this or that. So basically just doing what I'm called to do. Nothing more, nothing less, and just being able to put myself in a position that I can, go into the NBA, and that's the biggest goal. I just want to be able to play professional, and whatever I got to do, I'm gonna do it.
Man,
So
most definitely, man. But I appreciate you coming on. Your story is unbelievable. I've heard a lot of crazy stories, just the ups and downs of basketball. I've been around the game forever. That's how I met, Coach Howard when I was hooping in high school. So just your story is unbelievable, and just the definition of just discipline and hard work and keep going, bro. So you inspired me tonight for real.
I appreciate you, having me on this podcast and talking to me, and you know, hey, I'm praying for you, bro. I know you've been on a come up. I be seeing a couple of your videos and stuff because you were, did some couple podcasts with a couple of my guys that I know. So you keep going too, bro. You're gonna be able to get where you want to get to in life, man. Just put God first for real.
Man, no doubt, man. I appreciate you. You have a good one.